Hi everyone, today we will discuss regarding types of eggs. In this topic, we will go through the following objectives: definition of an egg, structure of an egg membranes and its significance, types of eggs based on yolk content, types of eggs based on distribution of yolk content, types of eggs based on presence or absence of the shell, types of eggs based on pattern of development. Egg definition. It is a female gamete, an oval or round body surrounded by a shell or membrane by which some animals such as birds, fishes, insects and reptiles reproduce, and from which the young one hatches out. The contents of the egg of a bird, and especially a chicken, that is eaten as a food. Egg-laying animals are called as oviparous animals. The study of egg structure, development and maturation is called as oovology. The process of formation, development and maturation of egg is called as oogenesis. The largest animal cell is the ostrich egg cell. The smallest egg cell is the egg of the mouse. So here in this figure we can see the different shapes, different sizes of the eggs with different colors. Structure of an egg cell or ovum. Ovum is a female gamete. It stores the food for the entire process or for development of the embryo in the form of yolk. It supplies a haploid set of chromosome to the future embryo. It contributes all cytoplasm to the zygote. If you see the shape and size of an egg, it may be the spherical, oval or cylindrical. And if you see the organization of the egg cytoplasm, it is called as ooplasm. It is granular and contains yolk, pigments and cortical granules. The peripheral layer of the ooplasm is more viscous and gelatinous in nature. That portion we can call them as a egg cortex, which consists of microvilli and cortical granules. Examples: eggs of sea urchins, frogs, fishes, bivalve mollusks, several annelids and certain mammals. Then let us go for yolk or jutoplasm. Yolk, it is a nutritive substance which is utilized by the embryo for its early development. The process of formation of the yolk is known as vitellogenesis. It consists of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, inorganic salts, vitamins, enzymes, pigments and water. The yolk may be protein yolk if it contains more protein content than the lipids. That type of yolk we can call them as protein yolk. Example: eggs of echinoderms, amphioxus and tunicates. In amphibians, the protein yolk is in the form of granules, that is regarded as yolk platelets, which mainly consist of phosphovitin and lipovitin. And yolk may be lipid yolk if it contains more lipid content than the proteins. If the yolk, if it is having more lipids than the proteins, that type of a yolk we can call them as a lipid yolk. If you see the egg, it is having two poles and it will show the polarity. So one pole will be the animal pole, which is the upper portion, which mainly consists of cytoplasm, nucleus, and metabolic process will be at higher rate. Vegetal pole, it is the lower portion of the egg where yolk it is concentrated and metabolic process will be low or diminished. Structure of a typical ovum. In this figure we can see the egg, it is covered with that of the shell, and we can see air space, yolk content and albumin layer. And egg membranes. The egg, it is covered with that of the egg membranes, which are also called as egg envelopes. They are classified into three types. They are primary egg membrane, secondary egg membrane and tertiary egg membrane. Primary egg membrane, it is secreted by ooplasm and it is closely attached to that of the egg surface. Examples for primary egg membrane are plasma membrane, vitelline membrane, which is seen in the eggs of mollusks, echinoderms, amphibians and birds, chorion, which is seen in the tunicates and fishes, zona radiata, which is seen in the eggs of teleost fishes, zona pellucida, which is seen in all mammalian eggs. So plasma membrane, vitelline membrane, chorion, zona radiata and zona pellucida, these are the best examples for this primary egg membrane. And let us see the secondary egg membrane. The secondary egg membrane, it is secreted by follicle cells and it is tough and impermeable in nature. Secondary egg membrane types, if you see that examples, chorion and corona radiata. Chorion layer, it is seen in the eggs of ascidians and cyclostomes, whereas corona radiata it is seen in the eggs of mammals. If you go through the tertiary egg membrane, it is secreted and formed during the passage of the egg in the oviduct. It may be white albumin, where we can see in the eggs of the hen, it consists of water and protein. Shell membrane, it is a double membrane separated by space. It is formed of keratin. And shell, if you see that, it is formed of calcium carbonate, which may be either white or brown in color. And jelly coat, we can see in the eggs of amphibians, that mainly helpful for buoyancy. That's why they can float freely on the surface of the water. Mermaid spurs of the cartilaginous fishes. Let us see the significance of egg membranes. The egg membrane gives protection. It protects the egg or developing embryo from mechanical injuries, environmental hazards and from enemies, and it provides buoyancy, especially in the eggs of amphibians. That's why they can float on the surface of the water. And it prevents self-fertilization. Examples, ascidian eggs. Tertiary membranes fasten the egg mass into spawn. Albumin, which is found in the eggs of birds, reptiles, which will provide extra nourishment. Let us go through the classification of the eggs. The first classification of the egg, it is based on yolk content. So based on amount of yolk content, the eggs are classified into two types. They are alecithal eggs and lecithal eggs. Alecithal eggs, the name itself indicates alecithal eggs, where the yolk it is completely absent. Example, eutherian mammalian eggs. Example, human egg. And lecithal eggs, where yolk it is present. And here the lecithal eggs, again they are classified into three types based on the amount of yolk. First one will be the microlecithal or oligolecithal, where we can see the small or little amount of yolk in the egg. Examples, eggs of echinoderms, urochordates and amphioxus. Meso or medialecithal eggs. Here the yolk it is distributed moderately in the egg. That means moderate amount of yolk we can see in the egg. The type of eggs we can call them as meso or medialecithal eggs. Example, eggs of molluscans, especially Aplysia, Dipnoi and Petromyzon, amphibians, example, frog. Macro or mega or polylecithal eggs. The name itself indicates mega or poly, where we can see large amount of yolk content. Example, eggs of Gymnophiana, reptiles, birds and prototherians. Here in this figure we can see alecithal egg, mesolecithal egg and telolecithal egg. Alecithal eggs, where the yolk it is very sparse or less or completely absent. Here mesolecithal eggs, moderate amount of yolk will be there. Telolecithal eggs, where we can see high amount of yolk, especially in case of birds we can see that is the megalecithal eggs. The second classification of the eggs, it is based on the distribution of yolk. Based on distribution of yolk, the eggs are classified into two types. They are homolecythal or isolecythal eggs, hetero or anisolecythal eggs. Homolecythal eggs. In homolecythal eggs, the yolk it is uniformly distributed in the cytoplasm. In this type of eggs, cleavage it is deeper and bisects the eggs at both the poles. Example, all microlecythal eggs are examples for homolecythal or isolecythal eggs. And if you see the hetero or anisolecythal eggs, yolk it is unevenly distributed in the cytoplasm. Depending on the pattern of yolk distribution, again they are classified into two types. They are the telolecithal eggs and centrolecithal eggs. Telolecithal eggs. In telolecithal eggs, more yolk will be seen at the vegetal pole, and animal pole it is without yolk. Examples, mesolecithal and macrolecithal eggs are the best example for telolecithal eggs. And centrolecithal eggs, where small amount of the yolk will be concentrated centrally and surrounded by peripheral layer of cytoplasm. Examples, arthropod eggs and insect eggs. So in this figure we can see isolecithal eggs where the yolk it is uniformly distributed. Telolecithal eggs, it is concentrated towards the vegetal pole. The yolk it is concentrated towards the vegetal pole only. And here centrolecithal eggs where the large amount of yolk it is concentrated towards the center. Here it is concentrated towards one pole. That's why it is called as telolecithal eggs. Based on presence or absence of the shell, the eggs are classified into two types. They are cladoic eggs and non-cladoic eggs or acladoic eggs. Cladoic eggs, the egg it is covered with calcareous shell or leathery coats. Examples, bird eggs, insect eggs, reptiles eggs, which will lay on dry land. Those eggs are called as cladoic eggs. In this figure we can see the egg which is made up of shell. Those eggs we can call them as a cladoic eggs. Non-cladoic or acladoic eggs. Egg it is not at all covered with hard calcareous shell, but the jelly coat is present surrounding the egg. That's why these animals they can lay the eggs in water. Example, fishes and amphibians. Just you can see in this figure the eggs are not at all covered with hard shell, but jelly coat it is present surrounding the egg. It mainly facilitates the buoyancy. That's why they can float on the surface of water. Types of eggs based on pattern of development. Based on pattern of development, the eggs are classified into two types. They are the mosaic or determinate eggs. Second one is the regulative or indeterminate eggs. Mosaic or determinate eggs, here the cell's fate are fixed or predetermined. That means here removal of any portion of the egg will cause some of the tissue or organ area in the embryo with some deformities. Examples, eggs of annelids, mollusks and assyrians. Regulative or indeterminate eggs, here the fate of the cell is not determined earlier. So removal of any portion of the egg, it can develop normal embryo but without deformities or defects. So all deuterostome eggs are regulative and indeterminate eggs, whereas annelid, mollusks and assyrians, that means protostomian eggs, if you see that, they are mosaic or determinate eggs. So in this figure we can see the protostome development. Here in this figure we can see the deuterostome development. Here the cell fate it is determined by the components of the cytoplasm found in the blastomere, so that morphogenic determinants will be there. So any isolated blastomere cannot develop. So that means it will form the defective embryos. And if you see the regulative development, the fate of the cell depends on its interaction with the neighbors, not with that of cytoplasm it has, so that a blastomere isolated early in the cleavage, it is able to form whole individual without any deformities. Summary: egg or ovum is a female gamete, oval, round in shape, consists of ooplasm, nucleus, vegetal pole and animal pole. It is surrounded by egg membranes called as envelopes, which may be the primary, secondary, tertiary, that protects the egg developing embryo from damage. Eggs are classified into different types based on presence or absence of yolk. They are classified into alethal and lethal eggs. Based on yolk distribution, they may be classified into homolethal, heterolethal, telolethal, centrolethal and isolethal eggs. Based on presence or absence of shell, the eggs are classified into cladoic eggs and non-cladoic eggs. Based on development, the eggs are classified into either mosaic eggs or regulative eggs. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel.